What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Queendom. This your girl, Shemaine Maine. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes. How you guys doing today? How you doing? Let's get into it. Hey, you know what? So, I originally was about to record this and then I erased it because I wanted to get my thoughts together. I wanted to get the information. So, with the recent controversy going on with a lot of these young artists, Soulja Boy, Chris Brown, and other individuals, it is very, how can I say, when you see people move differently and it attracts attention of others, sometimes it looks as though, let me start over. I want to scratch all that. Let me put it this way. We make light of certain situations, right? Now, what appeared to be a rant, first of all, let me start by saying this. I'm not a big fan of Soulja Boy, don't get me wrong. But I do respect any person about their business. And I think we get caught up in the hype, or a lot of people get caught up in the hype of the glitz, the glamour, and the fame of this industry, right? So it does make me proud when I see young black men in this industry take the initiative to create liquid assets for themselves, create residual income for themselves outside of the music, right? So we joke and we laugh and we kind of poke fun at Soulja Boy, right? Because, I guess some people try to insult his intelligence. But when you sit down and listen to the interviews that he has done in the past couple of days, you start to, I have begun to have a newfound respect for this young man, this young brother. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even take it away from him what he's doing or what he has done. Outside of, the antics and what seems to be clout chasing and, doing all that extra shit on social media. Fuck that. Let's talk about how this man got his business together. You understand what I'm saying? And I can respect that. And you have to respect that. If you haven't listened to the interview, on The Breakfast Club, if you haven't listened to the interview with DJ Academics, go and listen to those interviews. Do not go by what you see, the little snippets and cut up pieces that you see on social media to try to make this man look bad or downplay what he is doing for himself as far as handling business or making business moves to secure his finances, okay? So, to Soulja Boy, I guess you did tell them, honey. So, hey, that's what I'm gonna name this. Soulja Boy told them, hey, like I always say, you gotta separate the artist and the business person. You have to separate the artist and the business person. Say that again. Separate the artist and separate the business person. They are two different people, two different entities. You understand? Because in this industry, a lot of people, a lot of professional industry makers that can, make or break a person's career, they do not like to deal with artists because artists do not know how to talk to people. Or the perception is that some artists, which more so is in the hip-hop community, I have heard about, maybe some rock bands or pop artists or things like that. But for the majority of the collective, they rather deal with a representative versus dealing with the artist because artists do not know how to communicate, is what I have heard. You know what I'm saying? So you can still do your own thing if you're not at that stage in life where you can hire somebody to handle the business for you. If you're not at that stage where you need to hire somebody and you're just starting out and your budget is basically trying to put into your studio time and your equipment and things, or if you have somebody on your team that's growing with you. Now, when you're doing this, when you go out and send out emails, pick up an MLA guide. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to write your emails to people. Learn what people like. You know, a lot of times when you go to music events, or some of the pros put on events for artists coming up, and you have panelists, listen to what those panelists are saying. Take those notes. You know what I'm saying? They tell you how to get in touch with them. They tell you how they rather be, contacted. Some people, because social media has changed the way we handle business in the business world, or maybe it's the millennial thing, I'm not sure. Some people are okay with you sliding in their DMs or tweeting them or sending them a link, and depending on how they feel, they might check it, they might not. That's how I am, because I say I'd rather you send me an email, because 9 times out of 10 I don't like to check my DM and my Twitter a lot, so I do see that when I finally go get on Twitter, I have all of these messages that people are sending me to go check out music, right? And it's probably been it's probably like 3 months before I even see that in my inbox and on Twitter, because that's I don't visit Twitter often. I have it on auto. So whatever is sent from one social media account automatically gets put on Twitter. So, rarely do I go. I do get alerts for certain things where I go check, right? So that's another thing. But that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is, educate yourself. You don't have to, even if you don't go back to school and pay for college, there are a lot of workshops. There are a lot of things online that you can register for to go sit and talk with professionals in this industry, or in the industry that you are trying to get into, whether you're an artist or you're working behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So just, try to build that business part of yourself up as an artist, so that way you're able to communicate effectively, number one. Number two, you're able to sit in a meeting and understand what's going on, where people can't just tell you all kind of bullshit and you're sitting there looking crazy like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that because it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Like you build that up where you cannot be taken advantage of, because like I said before, and I have always said this industry is cutthroat. It can make or break you, and it is it's not for the weak and the timid, and only the strong survive, and that is 100, and anybody out here could tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So get your shit in order. Revisiting Chris Brown, that's my little brother. If anybody sees him, tell him that if he, I'm his sister, you know what I'm saying, from a different mister, and if he ever needs me to hit his sister up, you understand what I'm saying? Because they be doing my boy wrong, you know what I'm saying? This man down out here, got ownership of his masters, and all of a sudden he got a rape charge, which the girl said it wasn't him. So we know for a fact that was a false claim, right? But they give this man so much, they give this man so much motherfucking heat, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave that young man alone. He's just trying to live his fucking life. And, he's kind of been laying low, doing his thing, handling his business. I do shout out to him for the Pyramid brand. Like, I'm going to get my outfit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Chris, make that in a purple, a lavender for your sister. Okay, I love you, bro. Love you. So And then, so I do definitely respect him for his growth. People will always remember you for your past, but will not acknowledge your present. You know what I'm saying? Or your growth. And it seems like the more you do to level up, the more they try to bring you back down by bringing up your past. They'll say, yeah, he did that, but so much for a woman beater and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't condone violence at all. I don't condone domestic violence at all, right? We don't know their situation. We only know what the media put out there. I have my opinions about the things. I'm a big fan of both artists. I really wish they would get back together, like, for real. I really want them to get back together, but Rihanna probably not having that shit. You know what I'm saying? She's not having that shit at all. And I feel like the level of success he was on at the age at the age of the time, I don't think he processed his emotions properly as a young brother. You know what I'm saying? He's getting older now. He's getting up there in age, and people do change. People look at things differently. So, and plus he has a daughter. So I really want to support this young man in any kind of way. And if he is going into himself to better himself, then I can respect that 100%. Because every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. Ain't that's what they say? All right. Yeah. And then it's just, oh my God, there's so much going on in the world the last couple of days. It's only the third week of 2019, yo. What the fuck? Oh, and then this is controversy about this young lady in Atlanta that got raped at a popular nightclub here called Opera Nightclub, if you're familiar with the club. They have done Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion at Opera Nightclub. I believe it was the season where Portia nutted up and almost beat Kenya's ass. That was Opera. So, yo. Okay, let me stop. Shout out to both of those women. I love them. I definitely love Portia. She's so bubbly. Portia is that type of person that act dumb, but she really not dumb. She playing the fuck out of people. Yo, Portia, I see you, girl. I love Portia. You hear me? But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it was an incident. Yo, you got to be a sick, corny ass motherfucker to drug and rape a bitch. You know what I'm saying? They have interviews from different sides of the story. At one point, it sounds like the young man that was accused, it almost sounded like he was innocent and begging for his life, and and just about to cry and get all emotional about the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you go back and you see the video of the young lady that was dancing in the front of them, which that is not Jasmine's friend. The girl who took the video, that is not Jasmine's friend. She don't know that girl. That girl was in the club recording herself and just happened to catch that shit. Catch that tea, Ooh, it's kind of hard to say what you would do in that situation, because you can obviously see the girl was she was not coherent. Like, she was limp, like literally limp. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I hadn't have done something right then on my own, I would have went and got security, because ain't no fucking way. Or I could have act like, yo, that's my sister. What the fuck is you doing, nigga? Get the fuck off of her. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, come on, man. We gotta do better. Like, yo, this shit is so fucking crazy. It's just making us look bad in the black community. It's like, how Tupac say? Do we value our women? Do we love or hate our women? When we rape our women? I might not have said the lyrics right, because it's, early. And it's early. And I'm going off the cuff right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Yo, it's like we don't have enough, we don't get the respect that we deserve. And then some of us are not even requiring the respect that we should be getting. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, it's I took a Black History class, right? Back in school, in college, and it's like a program, it's like a psychological programming or some shit, right? Because for a man to get beat and raped in front of his wife and children, hanged, killed, lynched, whatever you want to call it, and then for men and children, men and young boys to sit and watch their sisters and mothers get raped and shit. And then another thing, like we're fucking cattle, which is, like we were fucking cattle, and to basically breed strong men and boys, you had young men and women procreating with their siblings and mothers and fathers and shit like that, like we were fucking cattle. And then you wonder why people take and look at animal cruelty and things like that, and how you breed animals, which they're doing the same thing they're doing the same thing to animals that they did to black people when they did all that slave shit. Because I'm not even gonna say brought us here, because some of us been here, okay? They brought their ass here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, as a people collectively, we got to do better. Black men, we have to do better. You came from a woman. You came from her. So your job is to protect her. Protect us. You got to be one sick motherfucker. You is sick. You are a lame ass nigga if you got to fucking drug and rape a fucking chick. Like, you got to be a motherfucking sick individual. You got to be. Like, you corny. You whack as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucked up. He's saying he didn't do it. The video clearly shows that he wet his hand and put it underneath her dress. So he did something. She was incoherent. Whether they did that for show and tell or whatever the case may be, it's all going to come out in the end, because brother had to lawyer up. She went to take a rape kit. If you didn't fucking fuck that girl, then your DNA should not be in her cootie K. Okay? All right. Now, on that note, I'm going to leave that alone, because that shit was hard to watch. And it was But on another level, Yo, so what I was let's get back to this Soulja Boy and Chris Brown. So that was my main topic, and we're going to still talk about that. And really why is because I want you guys to know that make sure you own the right to your shit. You know what I'm saying? Lawyer yourself up. Get yourself a good lawyer. If you don't have a management, get somebody that's a good manager that's going to get you. If you don't have to have the capability of speaking on your own to people, get you somebody that can represent you when it's time to go and connect with certain people, when it's time to connect with media outlets, radio stations, things like that. Go check on things, because you want to be able to handle your business. Check out DistroKid. Like I said in the last video, DistroKid is very good for distribution. And market yourself. Create your marketing budget. Listen, if you can buy a motherfucking blunt and smoke that shit, then you can put money in your fucking marketing budget. I don't know how much you're paying for your weed or whatever. Or whatever the fuck you got going on over there. But budget that shit out and put that money into your fucking music. Okay? Sneakers, fucking Gucci headbands and motherfucking iPhones and you on the bus. Nah, baby. We're not gonna do that. Okay? Okay. Yo, let me let y'all go. Yo, this your girl Shemaine, man. Hit me in my DM. Yo, if you want to get your music heard, send it to my email, shamaneiia@gmail.com. And I might change that for you guys because I don't want all that shit going to my email. I'm going to create an email just for y'all, for music submissions, because I don't see them all the time. I do apologize. If you want to comment on this podcast or you want to be a guest on my next episode, send me a voice message. Let's set it up. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Interviews, requests, anything of that nature. All right. This your girl, Shemaine. Y'all take it easy out here. Be safe. Be smart. Be motherfucking responsible. All right. Peace.